So welcome to today's practice. I got a few bits of equipment around just because this is my setup, but all I would grab for today's practice is 2 decent sized pillows that are roughly the size of a bolster. If you've got a bolster at home, you can use it. Don't worry, this is just for support today. It's not for a particular shape. That we need a bolster. You are going to be absolutely fine just using 2 pillows or maybe like a thicker cushion that you use for your couch. Just grab a couple of pillows too, so you've got the depth that we need for later on in the practice. And then we'll begin. So welcome. As always, we'll start with a mindfulness, meditation, relaxation. And you can do this in either sitting or you can have a lie down. If you are going to have a lie down, you can grab your blankets and pop your blanket over the top of you, eye pillow. Make yourself nice and comfortable and cozy. And we'll begin. Perhaps start by just taking a slightly deeper breath in, and then have a little sigh out. A slightly deeper breath in and then have a sigh out. A slightly deeper breath in and then have a sigh out. And then just let your breath return to its natural, easy rhythm. And become aware of the shape and the weight of your body as it rests down onto the earth. The shape and the weight of your body. We'll begin today's practice with just keeping the eyes open. You can do this with your eyes closed if you wish, or if you want to, just open the eyes or keep the eyes open. And we're just going to start by noticing 5 different things in our peripheral vision. 5 different things that we can see that we just hadn't noticed until now. You don't need to lift your neck, you don't need to look around. And if the eyes are closed, you are simply noticing 5 different things still in your vision that you hadn't noticed before. Perhaps changes in shades of light. Take a gentle breath in and have a little sigh out. And then from here we'll go to 4 different things that we can touch. So we don't need to stand up or move around. There's lots of textures around you that you can explore. Perhaps the first one will just be your trousers. And spend some moments on each of the textures that you are feeling. Perhaps maybe the back of your hand or the palm of your hand. Really tuning in to the sensations that this gentle touch and awareness brings. Taking that slightly deeper breath in and having a sigh out if you know it feels nice. And then we'll move on to 3 different things that you can hear. And of course, the sound of my voice counts as 1. Perhaps having that slightly deeper breath in, that little sigh out. Then from here we'll go to two different things that we can smell. And sometimes with smell you might need to take hold of your hair and perhaps smell your conditioner, or just lift up your jumper, take in perfume or your laundry detergent. Taking that slightly deeper breath in, having a sigh out. Then we'll go for one thing that you can taste. Just move the tongue across the teeth and swallow a couple of times. Taking that slightly deeper breath in, having a little sigh out. And then just gently drop your awareness into the natural breath. Notice how your body is connected into the earth, the ground. Just identify the parts of your body that are touching on the ground. And as you breathe in, can you feel how your chest, your ribs and your lungs, they all gently expand? And as you breathe out, can you feel that inner touch of the breath? As your chest, your ribs and your lungs just draw that little bit inwards. Face relaxed, shoulders dropped, and the full body supported by the earth. And where's your mind? Just notice where your mind is. And maybe just say to yourself, on the breath in, I am my body. I am my body on the breath in. I am my breath on the breath out, the exhale. I am my body. I am my breath. coming into our senses is really a mindfulness technique. It allows us to get grounded into what we are experiencing through the senses in this moment. And being grounded is our bhava, the little thread in which we can weave all the domains of our life on in the coming week. So let's explore this idea of being grounded in movement, knowing that we can ground our mind through the anchor of the breath, and we can get connected to the ground via movement too. So just drift your awareness down to the soles of the feet, and when you're ready, just start to give your toes a little wiggle. Start to drift your attention and your awareness up into the palms of the hands. And when you're ready, just give those fingers a little wiggle. Maybe taking that slightly deeper breath in and having a sigh out. If you have the eye pillows on the eyes, you can slide the eye pillows off. If you have any cushions or bolsters underneath the knees, just slide those out from underneath you. We're going to begin with a full body stretch. Why wouldn't we? Breathe in, take the arms up above the head and just take that moment of expansion. Slightly draw the shoulder blades together if that feels right for you. Squeeze into the hands, squeeze into the toes and squeeze into the glutes. So you've got this recruitment, this gentle little squeeze. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, just allow that to release. From here, we'll go again, squeeze into the toes, the glutes, the hands. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. Take a breath in. And as we exhale, allow that to release. And we'll go for one more. We'll squeeze into the toes, the glutes, the fists. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. And as we exhale, allow that to release. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, drift the palms of the hands down either side of the waist. Breathe in, feel the full body grounded and supported on the earth as the arms float up above the head. And as you exhale, drop the palms of the hands down either side of the waist. Inhale, float the arms up above the head. Have a sense of opening. And as we exhale, perhaps beginning to blow the air out through pursed lips, that candle blowing breath. Inhale, arms lift up above the head, going at your own pace, your own rhythm. Never feeling like you need to stay in sync with me, it's your practice. Inhale, the arms are going to come up above the head. And as we exhale, we're going to keep the arms up above the head and just walk the feet slightly over to the right. Just that little bit. We've got head, neck and shoulders slightly lifting up and over to the right, and the arms just coming over to the right. If you want to, you can hold on to the left wrist, but do ensure that the arms are feeling nice and comfortable, and that this isn't a deep C shape, a deep banana asana or asana. Just make sure it's a little opening along the left side of the body. The full length of the body, of course, supported by gravity. And just noticing any areas of unconscious holding. We often have these little areas, these pockets of tension and tightness that are just trying to protect you, just working that little bit harder than they need to maybe. If you come across those areas, just give them permission to soften. And then start at your left little finger and just roll your attention all the way down the outside edge of the left arm, the left torso, the left hip, down the left leg to the left little toe. Be aware of your breath here, but there's no need to change or alter it for now. Allow it to be nice and easy. That natural flow in and out. From here, we're going to let go of the left wrist if we're holding on to that one. We're going to walk head, neck and shoulders into centre, feet back into centre. Take that opening stretch with the arms up above the head, spread into the palms, spread into the toes. You can still squeeze into the glutes to open at the hips. Take that breath in. And as we exhale, soften and release. Allow the feet to walk that little bit over to the left, shoulders, head and neck over to the left, and the arms over to the left. You can hold on to the right wrist should you wish, but again, checking in with that right shoulder, making sure it feels nice and comfortable. All we're looking for here is a lovely little opening along the right side of the body. The yogic texts speak about this idea of effort and ease. And what you're looking for is to find that place in between the two, and it depends on who you are, your sense of who you are, your personality. You might be somebody who works that little bit too hard in your yoga practice. Or the opposite, maybe somebody who needs to find that little bit more of a challenge in focusing in attention rather than what your yoga looks like and how it feels. Take your attention up to that right little finger and roll the attention, that awareness, map your body in from the top of the right finger down the outside edge, along the right side of the body, the torso, the hip. Journey down to the right little toe. The full weight of your body relaxed on the earth. Relax your jaw and let your tongue be soft in your mouth. From here, we're going to let go of that right wrist if that was together, and we're going to move back head, neck and shoulders to centre, feet back into centre. Take a breath in, and as we exhale, palms of the hands are going to come to the knees as we take the knees in towards the chest. We're going to take the knees in towards the chest, but rather than focusing on dragging the knees in towards the chest, you're going to keep the bottom part of the spine nice and grounded. We're going to stay here in this static apanasana and just become aware of your breath. As you breathe in, can you really gently expand the chest, the ribs, the lungs, and even the belly gets that little bit bigger? And as you exhale, just draw the chest, the ribs, the belly in towards the spine. Breathing in. If it's helpful, you can imagine that there's a red balloon at the base of your sternum that's just growing a little bit bigger. And as you exhale, it draws inwards and goes that little bit smaller. We'll move this into a dynamic apanasana. So as we breathe in, the knees go away from the chest. And as we breathe out, we gently draw knees in towards the chest. Inhale as the knees journey away. And as we exhale, we draw knees to chest. Inhale, send those knees away. Exhale, drawing knees in. Now you can breathe in and out through your nose if that feels supportive and pleasant, or maybe if you're a little bit blocked up like me today, you can breathe in through your mouth. Or perhaps you want to breathe in through the mouth and exhale, blowing the air out through those pursed lips, candle blowing breath. There's nothing more grounding for me than Brahmari hummingbee breath. Some of us have done this together. It's that medium to low pitch hum on the exhale as we draw the knees in towards the chest. We're going to do 5 rounds. I'll give you one example, then I'll count 5 from there. So this is what mine sounds like. And what I always say about Brahmari hummingbee breath is that on the exhale, you don't want to go to your 100% exhale with that hum. Just keep it around 80% of your capacity on the exhale, whatever that is for you. Then it gives you that ability to finish the exhale off, take a good quality breath in for the next round. So let's give this 5 goes together. If you're not in time with me, perfect, doesn't matter, go at your own pace. If you need a sigh, have a sigh. And if ever you need a yawn, always enjoy a yawn. Ayurveda says these are 2 of our urges, and just enjoy them whenever they come. Perhaps now we'll have a little roll and rock from left to right. Here tuning in to your lower back and asking how it is, how it's feeling in this moment today, in these moments. Okay, we're going to come up into a sitting position. So as always, we've got some options and choices. You can simply just roll over onto your left side, press the palm of the hand down into the earth and come up into sitting. Or if you wanted to, you could do a little spinal rock and roll where you take one ankle over the other, hands to knees or the peace fingers to the big toes, and then you essentially just use gravity to rock backwards and forwards until you're up in a sitting position. So we're in a sitting position, and today we're actually just going to go for like an easy sitting pose. So for easy sitting pose, it might be that you just grab a blanket and you fold your blanket up a couple of centimetres, and then you just pop that underneath your bottom. We're going to just have some gentle curiosity over the shape of our body. So breathe in, roll your shoulders up, back and down. Inhale, shoulders come up, and then as you exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Breathing in, taking the shoulders up, and as we exhale, rolling those shoulders back and down. From here, just take the core in towards your spine a little bit if it's not already switched on. Just have that supporting you. Take the fingertips to the earth. Inhale, you're going to lift your left arm up. And as you exhale, keep that core supporting you so it's switched on and recruited a little bit. And then have a little lean over to the right with the core still switched on. So rather than us dropping deep and losing that form and that shape, we've got the core in a little bit, and it's just that little opening over to the right. You can turn your head and your neck and look up towards the left thumb if that feels nice. Take a breath in and have a breath out. From here, the left arm comes down and we make sure that the core's still supporting us, and the right hand comes over to the left. And again, rather than just flopping down, just have a little opening over the right side of the body with the core switched on. You can look over towards the right thumb should you wish. Take a breath in and have that breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So we're going to do this a little bit more fluidly. So we breathe in, and as we exhale we go over to the right. Breathing in and we go over to the left. Inhale and then we exhale. Inhale and then we exhale. Inhale and then exhale, come down. From here we're going to come into a little kneeling position. So when we come into kneeling, we want to make sure that the knees are nice and supported, so you can grab that blanket and place it underneath the knees, absolutely. And we'll come into our neutral tabletop position. In neutral tabletop position, we want to spread into the fingers and just lift into the palms of the hands to support the wrists if that feels right for you. We've got shoulders, elbows and wrists stacked on top of each other. We've got knees and hips and ankles in alignment with the knees. We can come into a traditional cat-cow from here. So you can breathe in, start at the pelvis, just roll the pelvis out, little bend into the elbows, lift the chin and the chest, look forwards. As we exhale, squeeze the core in towards the spine, drop the chin in towards the chest, rounding up and in. Inhale, start at the pelvis, allow that to roll out as we look forwards. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding in and back. Notice the palms of the hands supported by the ground. And once you've got the movement and the breath, absolutely fine to stick with the movement if that's what you're getting used to, or trying to tune into that inhale and exhale. But if you wanted to, you could try that little mantra. I am my body on the breath in. I am my breath on the breath out. Excellent. From here we come back into a neutral tabletop. So it's kind of where the spine, so it is nice and long, head and neck in alignment with the rest of the spine. Rather than the belly just kind of hanging out, we take the core in towards the spine and extend that right leg out long. Really ground through the toes of the right foot. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, press into the toes lightly and just lean back slightly into that right ankle. Inhale, come forwards. Notice that little opening down the back of the right leg, leaning back. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, we go back. And from here, we can slide that right leg over towards the left side. Doesn't need to be too deep. Make sure you don't force anything. You've just got that right leg coming over to the left, and can you keep the base of the right toe down towards the earth? You've got the core slightly coming in towards the spine, and then it's very gentle. You just look towards that right big toe, but it's over on the left. Stay here, take a breath in and a breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more, breathing in and breathing out. Sliding that right foot back, dropping the right knee down. Off we go over to the other side. So just reposition. You've got your core in a little bit, and then we extend that left leg out, rooting and grounding through the left big toe. Take a breath in. And as we exhale, lean back a little bit, opening through the back of the left leg. Lean forwards, breath in. And as we breathe out, we go back. Inhale, we come forwards. Exhale, we lean back. We've got one more. Breathing in. Breathing out. From here, we can slide this left leg now over to the right. And can you keep the base of the toe down only as much as is possible? Remember what I always say, no pain, no pins, needles, numbness or tingling in our yoga practice. Typically, take a breath in, and as we exhale, we look over to that left leg now on the right. Core still in, driving down through that left foot slightly. Take a breath in and blow the air out maybe. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. From here, slide this left leg back, drop that left knee down. This is where you're going to grab your 2 pillows or your bolster. Doesn't matter which one you've got. If you've got 2 pillows, fabulous. If you've got a bolster, great. Either one, you're going to stack your 2 pillows on top of each other and have them placed horizontally across the bolster. We're going to go for a nice supported wide-legged child's pose. So you're taking your knees a little bit wider towards the edge of the mat. You've got your pillows nice and horizontal, and you're going to take this close enough that you can have the elbows resting onto the pillows or the bolster. From here, you're going to slide the pillows or the bolster forward so that you can stack the wrists and have the forehead either on top of the stacked wrists, or you could keep the hands forwards and have the forehead resting down onto the 2 pillows on the bolster. Depends what feels right for you. Your bottom is journeying down towards the heels, but we're absolutely not forcing anything. Let me tell you what I used to do. I used to take my knees too wide and really be trying to force my bottom closer to my heels, and it would cause a sensation of pinching. There are no benefits for this whatsoever, so we're just going to allow for an opening, taking the knees where feels right, dropping down the bottom towards the heels, and just find a position that feels easy, that feels comfortable. Or I should say that there's a sensation of ease. Allow the breath to be natural and easy here. And maybe we'll take 3 breaths all together. Take a breath in, and a breath out. Breathing in, and breathing out. Breathing in, and breathing out. And when you're ready, we're going to come up into neutral tabletop, and we're actually going to come up into standing via downwards facing dog. If a down dog doesn't suit you, you can just come up in easy standing, whatever feels right for you. We'll meet you up in standing shortly. So if you have your pillows or your bolster on the mat, just gently moving that to one side. We're going to place the hands down on the floor, tuck the toes under, take a breath in, and as you exhale, start to push up into your down dog. But you know that I'm a big fan of bending into the knees, gently allowing the palms of the hands to do the work, little tiny bending to the elbows so we're not hyperextending at the joints, bending into the knees. This down dog is a lovely back care stretch. Feel the length of the full spine, bending into those legs, and relax your head and your neck. Relax your head and your neck, and maybe perhaps just nod the head yes. Shake your head no. Notice the palms of the hands, the feet rooted and grounded, supported by the earth. From here today, we're going to walk the hands back, so bending into the knees still, walking the hands back, generous, huge, big bend into the knees for our forward fold. We're in our forward fold, big bend into the legs. We've already opened at the hamstrings when we were down in that neutral tabletop. Allow your focus here to be more on relaxing the spine. Perhaps let those arms drop into that ragdoll if that feels okay. Maybe taking hold of opposite elbows. Maybe nodding that head yes. Shaking the head no. And having a little sway from left to right. We're going to come up in ragdoll. If you know that this doesn't suit you, you don't need to do it. You can bend into your knees, take the palms of the hands onto the thighs and simply come up into a standing position. But if you want to try coming up through ragdoll, then what you can do is bend into the knees, allow the arms to go nice and floppy, head and neck is floppy. The legs are going to do all the work here. So spreading into the toes, grounding, bending into the knees. We just pretend that our upper limbs are just like a ragdoll, they're floppy. And then we press into the legs and we start to come up a tiny little bit, by a tiny little bit, by a tiny little bit. And there's absolutely no rush here, so notice your pace, notice the rhythm that you automatically move in, and just allow everything to open up. We remember that not all shapes are suitable for all people on all days, and ragdoll's no exception. So if that doesn't feel right for you in your spine, absolutely don't need to do it. So I'm taking my sockies off because we're going to be doing some balance work, and it's just that better support if you've got your bare foot on the mat. We're going to move our blankets to one side. They've done their wonderful job for now. And once we're up in standing, we're of course going to do some shaking. It's one of my classes. So we'll take a big step forwards and then we'll fix our gaze to support us in our balance. So just pick somewhere to look. So you're stepping forwards with the right foot and you're just going to do some shaking on this one leg. And you're going to make it a little bit vigorous. Just shaking. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then go for the brain. You're going to take a big step back with that left foot. Oh, I've got the seam of the rug. And then we're going to shake for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to have a big old shake. So big old shake. And you're in the privacy of your own homes as well. So that's good. So take your hands up and just have a shake. Then we're just going to do a little bit of a release, like a like that sound. Okay, so breathe in and then do a and then breathe in and give it a excellent. Okay, so let's get grounded in our standing. So turn that left foot out a little bit and we step forwards with the right foot. Now give yourself the support that you need. So just heel toe that foot out. The right foot's facing the short edge of the mat and the back left foot is just turned slightly to the left. We're going to take the palm of our hand to our stomach and then the other hand to our lower back, and we're thinking about that neutral spine that we often talk about in my sessions. So where do you naturally sit in the tilt of your pelvis? For some of us, we need to take the stomach, roll the pelvis in a little bit to get that activation of our core. For other people, it's the opposite. For me, I need to roll my pelvis in a little bit to get my core to switch on. So just notice if you're kind of sticking your bottom out too much or if you're doing the opposite. And what we want is the head and the pelvis to roughly be in alignment, not stacked on top of each other. Roll your shoulders back and down, and that core's switched on. So the back leg is strong, and then we bend into the front right knee for this warrior one shape. We can breathe in, lift the arms up, and as we exhale, just take the palms of the hands for this kind of downwards motion of energy, this grounding energy. As we breathe in, exhale, palms of the hands just drop down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, we come down. And then give the mantra a go, see what happens. Inhale, I am my body. Exhale, I am my breath. Fabulous. Step forwards, have a little shake out, and then shimmy to the back of your mat. Turn the right leg out. Step forwards with the left foot. Have a nice wide base. Give yourself opportunity for space. That's why we're here in our yoga practice. Space in the body, space in the mind, space in our sense of who we are. So we turn this right foot out slightly, left foot's out. Really feel the connection of the feet to the earth. Your rib cage is turned slightly towards the front edge of the mat, only if that feels alright. Bending into that left knee, conscious of this idea of neutral spine. How do we ensure that the core is supporting the rest of the body? Head stacked over pelvis, shoulders back and down. Coming into this warrior one on the left, we breathe in, arms lift up, and we exhale, palms of the hands drift down. Just slow it down a little bit. Well, be curious. I am my body. I am my breath. Just one more. Stepping out, having a good shake out. Shake the legs, have a little jump. Excellent, then we'll come into a little bit more focused balance. So we're going to come into tree. So we've got this left foot nice and grounded, and then we're going to take the right toes to the earth, rolling the shoulders back and down, core is switched on. And the drishti, this idea of fixing your gaze on one thing, it's supportive when we are doing our balance work. Or is it? Ask yourself, notice, explore. If you fix your gaze on something, allowing that optical nerve tuned into the vestibular nervous system to help with our balance. We're going to feel some trembles and some shakes here. Everything should be working in a way that it doesn't usually. That's great, that's good. So we're starting off here, right toes are down on the earth. Shoulders back and down, core on, and we're picking our fixed gaze. Palms open to the universe. Take a breath in and have a breath out. If you feel safe to do so, you can either close down the eyes as you are. If you've got a history of any falls, any balance conditions or symptoms of dizziness or anything that I don't know about, You can always do this with one finger, just gently, lightly tapping onto the wall for that proprioceptive input. So do either, do whichever feels safe and right for you. You're just going to close down the eyes and notice how that changes your sense of balance. Take one breath here. Alright, open the eyes, choose the place that you're fixing your gaze again. As you breathe in, we're going to slide the right foot up as far as feels comfortable. And as we exhale, we can either tap the toes down or we can hover. So we're just hovering that right toe above the earth. Breathe in, we come up as far as feels comfortable. Exhale, we come down. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, we go down. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, we roll down. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, we go down. Maybe one more. Step out, shake out. Still focusing on this left leg. Left foot stays down, core switched on. Got our gazing spot. Pretend that there's a piece of string on the top of the right knee. As you breathe in, lift that right knee up as far as feels comfortable. As you exhale, send it down. You can have your hands, if you're doing it with the wall, obviously, turn and have the wall on the right hand side and keep that finger lightly touching. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, so you can either touch or you can hover. It's more challenging, slightly more challenging if you're hovering. Core switched on. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more. Excellent. Maybe shake that left ankle out if you're feeling that lactic acid build up. A little bit of burn. I'm going to face the wall for this one. This is how I normally teach it. So for this one, we're going to stay on the left foot still. You're going to breathe in, lift that right knee up. We're going to go over to the left, over to the right, and then we come and drop down into a warrior three. Now just have a play around here, don't be too serious. Then we lift the leg up, we go out, we come in, and we go back down. Take a breath in, have a sigh out, reset your nervous system. Two more. Inhale, we come up, we go out, we go in, we go back into warrior three. Excellent. Lift out, lift in, go down. One more. All right. Okay. We lift up, we can go in, we can go out, we can go to warrior three. Come back out, come back in, go down. All right, have a little shake, take a breath in, take a breath out. Let's not take balance seriously. Then we go on to the other side. So for the other side, we'll start at the beginning of the sequence. We're probably going to be on your dominant leg now, so it might feel a little bit stronger. It doesn't matter if it doesn't. Spreading into the right toes, we've got the left toes coming down onto the earth. Roll shoulders back and down, core switched on, palms open to the universe. Take a breath in and have a sigh out. Gentle breath in. If you want to explore this, you can close down the eyes, notice your balance. Breathing in. And out, in and out. From here, open the eyes, fix your gaze. Inhale, slide that left foot up as far as feels comfortable. Exhale, we go down. Core supporting you, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. One more, breathing in, breathing out. In fact, we'll do one more, sorry. Breathing in and breathing out. All right, shake that out. And we've got the piece of string on the top of the left knee one. Goes on, fixed gaze. Inhale, we come up. We can hover or we can tap. We go down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Relax, shake it out. Then we've just got those warrior 3 ones. Just if you fall out of it, good, come back into it. So we've got the right foot down. Inhale, left knee comes up, goes into internal rotation to the right, external rotation, and then we come into our warrior 3 maybe. Then we lift up and we try and go out, in, center, and down. Shake out. Again. Left knee comes up, goes in, goes out, flows back, comes out to go in, to center, come down. One more, we've got this. All right. Okay, we're gonna lift up, we're gonna go in, out, warrior 3, out, in, down we go. Now we're going to shake out, jump up and down, big breath in, maybe you need it. All right, okay. From here, we're going to come down towards the earth. We're coming down towards the earth, then just come into a sitting position with the soles of the feet on the earth. Soles of the feet on the earth, hands coming to the back of the knees. As you breathe in, lean forwards, breathe in, it's only small because of the position. Roll your shoulders back and down, and just open the throat up slightly. And as you exhale, there's loads of room, chin to chest, arms going long. Inhale, roll shoulders back and down, looking up to the sky. Exhale, chin to chest, rounding in and back. Inhale, rolling shoulders back and down, opening up. And can you just notice how the bony parts of your glutes, your bottom, the sits bones, you probably just feel them connecting to the earth and just that movement. Okie doke. From here, we're just going to take the hands, maybe start at the ankles and just slide your hands up over your legs, and then use your core muscles, squeeze into the tummy muscles and just lower yourself down that little bit, that little bit, that little bit. Just see if you can just do a little bit of the spine, bit by bit by bit, and then even keep squeezing the core here. Keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing, keep squeezing. And then do what I call jellyfish. Not an official one, not an official name, just allow your body to soften. Fabulous. Take a breath in. Have a sigh out. Feel the relief and the release of your body resting down on the ground. Just take a moment. And can you maybe tune into any subtle sensations of your body? Perhaps your heart beating, the temperature change. Maybe you can hear the little fizzes and gurgles. And when you're ready, you've made it. Start to find your final shape of Shavasana. So your resting pose, take what you need. You can put 2 of those pillows underneath your knees. You don't need a bolster. You can have a blanket underneath your head or on top of you. Just making sure you get nice and comfortable and cozy for this final segment of your practice today. And welcome to this relaxation. Begin by finding a very comfortable position, making sure that the blanket's just right. You've either got your socks on or off, getting rid of any creases of your top, your jumpers. Just know now that we've got this time for relaxation, this short, sweet relaxation, and you will be stronger for this time. You will. Relax your jaw and let your tongue be loose in your mouth. Allow those teeny tiny muscles all around the eyes to soften. And move the shoulders just a millimetre away from your ears. Become aware of your breath. Be very, very aware of your breath, its rhythm and its depth. And know now that you don't need to change or alter your breath. Just simply notice it. And as you breathe in again, can you imagine that the breath in journeys in through the soles of your feet? And as this breath comes into your body, it brings with it a sense of ease and softness, of soothing and of relaxation right through the soles of your feet. And as you breathe in again, imagine the breath coming in through the soles of the feet, journeying through the ankles, shins and calves, and it reaches and meets your knees. Softness, ease and soothing all around your knees. As you breathe in again, the breath journeys up through the soles of your feet, journeys up and through the legs, and it reaches the hips, the pelvis, and your buttocks. That sensation of ease and softness rolling through the region of your pelvis. As you breathe in again, the breath journeys up through the soles of the feet, through the legs, the hips, right into the centre of your belly. Let go in your belly and let your belly be soft. Let your belly be soft. As you breathe in again, the breath journeys up through the soles of your feet, through the legs, the belly, up the torso and into the centre of your heart, right where your heart is beating. Perhaps you can feel that. maybe not. It's all okay. There's a sense of softening and soothing all around your heart. And perhaps you might say to yourself, I am my body. I am my breath. As the breath comes in again, it journeys through the soles of the feet, up through the legs, the torso, the chest, along the clavicles to your shoulders, and it just releases the burdens of your shoulders. The next breath journeys down the full length of the arms into the palms of your hands. A sensation of softness and ease, soothing in the palms of the hands. As you breathe in again, the breath journeys up through the body, up the arms and into the throat and the back of the neck, up to the scalp, and that sensation of softness just flows down across the forehead, the eyebrows, eyes and ears, to the bridge of the nose and the tip of the nose, the lips, tongue and teeth. Your whole body feeling the effects of your breath. With every breath in, this ease and softness is present. And it's like with every breath out, any remaining aches, pains, tensions, and just disgruntles of your body just drains away. It drains out, down through your body, down, down, down through the body, and just out through the soles of your feet. Be really conscious and be aware of how you have softened, strengthened and stabilised your body, your breath and your mind with this yoga practice today. You've given yourself the opportunity to feel connected to the ground, to the earth, that which supports you. To connect, to be grounded in your breath, that which supports you. When you're ready, just come back to your body. Rest in here, in your space, and just have a little roll onto one side. And pause there, pause and gather. If you need a sigh, of course, have a sigh. If a yawn is present, enjoy the yawn. And then when you're ready, you're going to push yourself up into a sitting position so we can close our practice together should you wish. There's always the opportunity to close our practice together in yoga. We can keep it nice and simple. You can take one palm of the hand on the heart centre and the other hand on top of that. You can close the eyes and gaze towards the tip of the nose or bow your head. Today we'll just finish with a simple blessing, sending some energy out into planet Earth. We wish collectively, we wish for peace and love, light and truth, strength, safety and security, food and shelter. For ourselves, yep. For our loved ones, absolutely. But we understand and we know that we wish these things for all beings everywhere, for all beings everywhere. We wish for endless, endless peace. And the word that sums this up in yoga is Shanti. So thank you very much for coming. And of course, Shanti.